Hi, my name is Adilena Isoria, and I'm the student government president. And today I'm here with Dr. Cronin, which is the college president. And we're going to be going over the Hispanic Serving Institution Week. And we're going to be answering some questions.
Okay.
All right, so welcome. And I'll start you off with, how did CDCC get this designation?
So a Hispanic Serving Institution, or an HSI, is an institution that has 25% or more Hispanic students. So CGCC, it's a federal designation. The federal government says that we're an HSI or we're not. So CGCC reached a 25% threshold in 2013.
Okay. What does it mean to you that CGCC is represented as an HSI?
It means that we're serving our population. We have a lot of Latino students in the area, and because our percentage is now 30% Latino, that means that we're reaching out to those students and that we're serving them, which is what we're supposed to be doing as a community college. So that makes me very proud that we're able to say that. And the federal government has said, you guys are reaching out.
Great.
It is very great. Yes.
Yeah. I know you mentioned 2013, so that kills of when it became an HSI. But do you think there are ways the students could further support the pride of HSI on campus?
Yes, absolutely. I'd like to see more Hispanic or Latino students on campus showing off their culture. I think we have a lot of activities, and we don't always have a lot of participation from the Latino students. I think maybe they feel that they're different, or that maybe they just don't feel like they belong, but everybody belongs at CGCC. So I think that the more people learn about the Latino culture, the more accepting people will be, and the more they'll want to know. I mean, because if you taste Latino food, I mean, you get hooked automatically, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good way to get people connected. The music, there's just a lot of things about our culture that we could share that I think people would draw people in. And then in the same time, living here in the United States, we learn about the American culture.
Yes.
And our American or Caucasian American students can teach us more about their culture. So I think it's a great opportunity for people to broaden their cultural horizons and really learn a lot about themselves and each other.
I agree. I think that you're very right. I think that more students are getting involved, but not necessarily to the point that they're always at these events that anybody's doing. And although Pozole Day last year, it was a really hit, and people were like, what is that? And it's like, oh, it's our soup. But yeah, I do agree that like more students and everyone is welcome to any of the events that we do, and I think that more students should turn out to our events.
I keep hearing about pozole, but I was traveling and I missed pozole Day, and I just have never tasted
You're
it.
like,
So
"Ah."
I have to wait for the next one now.
It will happen.
Good.
All right, so how does CGCC benefit from being a Hispanic serving institution?
I think that as far as benefiting, it gives us access to more federal funding that we can use to create more programs to serve our students. And a lot of the programs that we can create as an HSI, stuff to enhance student success or student participation, all that benefits everybody, not just the Latino or Hispanic students. Everybody benefits from those services that we're able to get extra funding for through being an HSI. So that's one of the things. And also it shows our region that we are serving our Latino or Hispanic students, because we have the stamp of approval from the federal government saying, hey, you're doing a good job. Of course, 30% is good, but we can do better, and we'll continue to do better. Yeah, so I think that there's a lot of benefits of having that. It's something to be proud about.
Yeah, I agree.
So how does it feel for you as a student? I'm going to throw a question here. Coming to an HSI or being part?
At first, like last year, I didn't really know what it meant. I didn't really know what it was, but I think it means different things. For one, it means that my culture is being represented, right? But then again, it means that the sacrifices that my parents made are being represented at a bigger level. And I feel like I'm showing that with everything that I'm accomplishing here. And I just feel really proud of everything that I'm doing, and how not just me, but like everybody else that's doing the same things that I'm doing, it's being represented. And like every sacrifice of our parents and whoever is right behind us, it's being shown, And at first, like, I didn't know that, and now that I'm getting more aware of what it is, and really knowing that I'm at CGCC and this is like a big thing that's being represented here, I'm really proud of that. because I did not know that out here, and I was like, whoa. So once I got to like get to know it a little bit more and see and research it what it was, I was like, okay, this is a great opportunity. And then just being here at CGCC, it just means a lot.
It's cool to have a student leader that's Latina, Hispanic. So the faculty last year, they did one of the faculty led a book read on a book called Becoming an HSI. Because I think a lot of people are still trying to figure out, what does that mean for me in what I do? How can I better support this? And so I think it's a work in progress, and we'll continue to learn from each other.
It really is. I mean, just being Hispanic is full on culture, but then you don't really realize how big it is. So just knowing that it's recognized is something to be proud of.
It's cool to be part of this movement.
Yes. And what does it mean to you to be a leader in the HSI?
I came to CGCC specifically because it was an HSI. So when I decided that I was going to be a president, I wanted to be a president of an HSI because I wanted to try to set an example. See, when I was going to school, I didn't have many teachers who were Latino. I didn't see a lot of leaders in my community who were Latino. So it's really important to have those kinds of examples, I think. So it's really important as a Latina, especially to be the first Latina college president. It's my understanding that I'm the first Latina college president in the state of Oregon for the community colleges.
Oh, that's, yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
So for me, you as the first ASG Latino leader, I'm assuming, right?
I think female.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
See, there's a male president also,
Okay.
Latino
I
community,
think.
but we're the Latinas, right? So we paved the way for others. We show them, hey, that you can do this. This is not a job reserved for anybody specific. If you have the skills, no matter what culture you come from, no matter what color your skin is, you are able to do this.
Exactly.
So that's why you lead by example.
Yes, I agree with that. And I could say, well, I didn't know that CBCC was an HSI. I did find out last year, but when I was also in ASG when I found out. So I was like, this is cool. And then I started to learn more about it and get used to being an ASG. And when I ran for president this year, I felt that a little bit more. And I said, this is great because there is a lot of Hispanic people and they don't know what really is out here to be offered to them. So being a leader now is something that I can say, hey, you can do it. Like, no matter who you are, you can do it. Go for it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I started. I was like, I'll just do it. And I went for it. And
there you go.
That's
Here you
how
are.
I got here.
Being an exemplary student leader.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nice.
Any other questions? Any other comments you would like to add?
I don't know, but I'm glad that we're doing this. We're doing a whole week of activities, if you don't know, and everyone to become involved, to take a look at the videos, to be part of the team, the process. I mean, the best way to really learn about something is to be involved. So I think that the more students do that, the better. For them and for everybody.
For everybody.
The college benefits as an institution if we work together and we learn about each other together. And
Yeah.
It's fun. Not only is it's informational and instructional, but it's fun too.
I agree. I mean, you can always learn something from anything. So, yeah.
Very cool.
All right. Well, thank you for being with me today.
And thank you for being the leader of our ASG. It's really important.
Thank you.